have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Dallas Mavericks come in for this one. We're in Miami for some Heat basketball. This hometown crowd ready to go. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor for Dallas, Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spot. Williams is out there with Matthews. And it's Powell in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Well, a scary moment for Chris Bosh last year. Had to be shut down, Greg, as we all know, for the season after a blood clot was found in his lung.
You know, and Kevin, it really puts basketball in perspective. I mean, it happened right after the trade deadline, and obviously a huge blow to the Heat in terms of their push for the postseason. But fortunately, it looks like he's going to make a full recovery and have a huge impact this season.
Back to Dang. Bosh kicks to Dang. Feeds it to Dragic. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. It's a three-point game. Nowitzki. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
You know, the Heat never really came back after losing Bosh. His presence on both ends of the floor is hard to replace, and they missed him a bunch.
Hey, guys, I know I speak for everybody. Glad to see Chris Bosh back out on the floor. I mean, blood clots can be a very scary thing for anyone, and I think everyone is happy he's been able to make a full recovery.
And here is Nowitzki after the three-pointer from Goran Dragic. Good.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Outside Bosh. Here's Wade. Pass to Deng. It's deflected. And now the fast break. Nowitzki with the ball. And here's Matthews from the arc. Miami's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And Dragic with the basket on the assist by Wade. 8 points for Goran Dragic.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way. So it'll be Chandler Parsons shooting. They get Luol Deng.
And Chandler Parsons, boy, he can really give you a whole lot of everything. Length, quickness, skills, can shoot, pass, rebound, defend, the total package.
The Heat making a switch here. Green's checked in. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Dang. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
And, guys, it was a terrific understanding between teammates that made that possible. They really did read each other well there.
Mavericks making a switch here. Jenkins checked in. The kick out to Bosh. And he's good on the three ball. Bosh has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
Williams dishes to Jenkins. Kicks it out to Parsons. Off target from three-point range. Miami leading by 6. Green, no luck.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Big change last year for the Mavs came when they traded for Rajon Rondo. It looked to be the missing piece for him, Clark, but boy, it just never seemed to come together.
You just don't know. Trades are always risky. You don't know how they're going to work out, and I give credit to ownership for talking to the players to see what they thought about the trade before they actually made the deal. Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
Here is Whiteside. Darren Williams picking up that last basket. The drive by Green. It's rebounded by Jenkins.
And things just didn't really work out with Rondo here with the Mavs. Missed a lot of games and at times clashed with that coaching staff. Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Udrih in for Goran Dragic. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Winslow, the pass to Bosh. And good on the basket. Book it. Bosh has got 7 points in the game.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Heat out front. They lead by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Heat.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the open man and getting some easy baskets.
Well, another thing that's immediately gone right for them is their three-point shooting.
Deng and Bosh are small and power forward. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. And it's Whiteside in the center. That's the group in the game for the Heat. And, of course, Chris Bosh has been such a prolific scorer and rebounder in his career. He's not quite in the 2010 category for his career. But, boy, Greg, he's close.
Yeah, I mean, good athleticism, that big wingspan, and not an overly physical player, but very instinctive on the backcourt. And when it comes to scoring, particularly from that mid-range area, he can do it all.
The Mavericks shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
On the topic of Chris Bosh, I mean, guys, he was a 24-11 player his last season with Toronto. Went on to Miami to win rings where his stats dipped a bit with LeBron there. Then last season, the scoring average right back up to 21 a game.
Parsons checked in for Dallas. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Now, that was an incredible reverse throwdown right there. Tremendous body control.
I'd even go as far as say, Clark, that was a punctuation dunk. Huh?
I can feel that.
Sending a message.
Yes, how about, guys, that's one of those dunks that you probably want in your career highlight reel.
Here's Pachulia. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Talking about Chris Bosh, he was really ahead of his time when he first entered the league. I mean, very few power forwards back then had his combination of size, agility, and skill set. Now we're seeing a ton of 4s like that on draft night.
Wesley Matthews checked in for J.J. Barea. Here's Harris. Dallas, no good that time either. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Williams is checked in. Matthews, no one around him. Good, and Harris gets the assist. Matthews has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Off his leg, and the ref saying he kicked it. And the Heat with some changes. Winslow comes in for Chris Bosh. And it's Udrich in for Goran Dragic. Now, here's Wade. The kick out to Dang. Shot clock at 6. Wade drives in. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just one so far.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
And here's Wade, following the three from Wesley Matthews. Wade gets the bucket.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it. And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Well, one thing that you can always say about Dwayne Wade is that he is at his best when the game is on the line. He truly lives for the big moments.
He does. And Wade has been in so many of those big moments over the course of his career. 5 trips to the NBA Finals, and he really does thrive under pressure.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Haslam comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And it's Green and for Dwayne Wade. And Dallas with a change here too. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Pop.
And for Wade, when it comes to being clutch, a lot of it is experience. I mean, it's not just during the playoffs. He knows when to step up in the fourth quarter during the regular season. Very productive in the fourth quarter from a scoring standpoint. Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Man, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Harris kicks to Matthews.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Now here is Haslam. Looking for his first basket still in this one. They get the rebound. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Mavericks trail by 4. Outside Matthews. Here's Nowitzki. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Heat lead by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Chris Bosh really making a difference here.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us.
It's been a solid outing for Bosch. He has 9 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
On the court for the Mavericks, Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Matthews out there with Darren Williams, and it's Powell in at the 5 spot.
And one thing we know about Justice Winslow, he is great on the big stage. He was amazing in the tournament for Duke a season ago. Got better and better as he helped his school capture the national championship.
With Winslow, it's all about improvement and being great on the big stage. I think he can do that, Greg. You talked about, you know, what he did in the national championship run. Clark, he was a fantastic foundation to begin with.
Yeah, you know what? He's not got many holes in his game. Solid at the defensive end, can score a lot of ways, puts his hands on winning at both ends of the floor. Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Whiteside dishes to Wade from about 16. And that's an air ball. Not even close. Nowitzki with it. Wade picks him up. Knocked loose. And here we go. Wade heading to the hoop. And the dunk by Winslow.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead. And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Dishes it to Dragic. The three-pointer off the mark.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Back to Wade. Outside Dragic. Deng kicks to Dragic. Good ball movement here by Miami. Right side, no good.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Nobody near Williams. Another 3 for Dallas.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
Dwayne Wade continues, Clark, to change his game as he gets older. I admire the way guys can do that. Their head says one thing, but their body kind of tells them another.
And you have to give in to your body as you age, that's for sure. Used to attack the rim all the time. Now it's mid-range jumper heavy.
And a new group in for the Heat. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Whiteside. Wash comes in for Luol Deng. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Winslow. And it's Udrich in for Dwayne Wade. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Pachulia, he's checked in for Nowitzki. John Jenkins comes in for Chandler Parsons. Devin Harris is checked in for Wesley Matthews. And Barea subbed in for Darren Williams. In transition, here comes Miami. Dragic is running. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Dragic.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Here's Barea. Kicks it to Pachulia. The open shot, Harris. And it's Miami with the rebound. Green, the pass to Dragic. Outside Bosch. Three-pointer. Dallas has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And the basket by Harris. And Miami calls their first time out of the game. you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury, of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off of teams, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
Whiteside's checked in for Miami. Wade comes in for Beno Udrih. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Wade drives in for the lead. They kick it out to Green. Shot clock at 6. To the left side wing. Back to Bosh. Here's the 3. Barea pulls it in.
Well, I tell you what, that's fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. The key there was not to give him much space before he took that shot.
And really, Clark, that's the only way you're going to stop him. The defender was all over him with a hand right in his face.
Here's Powell. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. They get Hassan Whiteside.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
The Mavericks have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10. Wade for 3. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. It's Dallas. They lead by 1. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. The big men are Bosh and Whiteside. Wade and Dang are the 2 and 3. And it's Dragic in the 1. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
Williams kicks to Matthews. Stolen by Wade. In transition, here comes Miami. No luck. And it's Dallas the other way. Passes to Williams. The kick out to Matthews. And the pass to Nowitzki. Goes back up. Nice D from Dang.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Wade gets the bucket. Wade's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Miami.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
And that one's good. It's been a tight one so far. Very close game.
Well, 7 lead changes, Kevin, in this one, and we could very well be seeing more.
And matchups, it's really what it's all about, and these two teams are really equal.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you can ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter.
And the Mavericks call time here.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Yes, thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle was saying to the team. He's looking for whatever they have left in the tank. He said, I know it's been a hard-fought game, but now's not the time to leave anything in reserve. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I expect you to be going all out, full speed. Guys?
Always great to hear from you, Doris.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control. What a game we've seen here for Matthews. 9 points, points and also a couple of rebounds. He's knocking down threes as effectively as twos, and that's saying something.
And it's been such a valuable part of their offense today.
For Miami, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. The kick out to Bosh. The feed to Wade. Bosh dishes to Dragic. 6 on the shot clock. Wade drives in. Puts one up from 19. Williams with the defensive effort. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And Nowitzki wide open. He fires. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
Just a great battle these two teams are waging here today.
Boy, it sure is, and I'm getting the sense that this game could end up being decided by just 1 or 2 plays down the stretch.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Dragic the pass to Whiteside. Wade on the wing. Back to Whiteside. Shot clock at 5. Dragic kicks to Whiteside. From deep. No good from Wade.
Do not like the execution at all there, Kevin.
Not at all. It's not what they wanted to do. It looked very rushed to try to put something up.
Matthews into the lane. Baseline J on the way. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Mavericks.
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Dragic kicks to Wade. Back to Dragic. That falls. Nice speed that time from Dwayne Wade. That's 10 points for Gordon Dragic. Bosh against Nowitzki.
Nowitzki playing very well. 13 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. They don't come easier than that. You've got to get yourself there first.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Outstanding work at the foul line to make this a 2-possession game.
Wade dishes to Dragic. Dang goes in. Here's Whiteside. Connects. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
Parsons passes to Nowitzki. A fadeaway. And it's Whiteside with the rebound.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
The shot by Wade, wide open. And that misses. That would have put him up. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
And the Heat call time here. They're down by 4. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And a quick bucket and a foul is really the only option at this point.
And the important thing about the foul is who you foul. They don't want to send a top-notch free thrower to the line if they can avoid it.
Parsons attacking. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And if you thought this game was over already, you're probably right.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, it's staring us right in the face, and we've been around long enough to know when a game is over, and this one is in that category.
Wade. No good on the quick three. That's a 2 for Matthews. No good. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.